Hey there, guys, what is going on? Sloppy here, playing a new game called Darwin Project. It just came out a couple days ago in early access. It's a game I've been excited about for quite a while. It also takes place in Canada, in northern Canada. Lots of snow, so shout out to Canada? I don't know. But either way, Darwin Project, it's a new game that just came out. I'm really excited about playing it. I was excited when they announced it. I think it was at E3 at the Microsoft conference? Maybe? But it's really cool. It's a game, it's a Battle Royale game that's kind of a bit different. It's kind of Battle Royale mixed with the Hunger Games. In this video, I'm just going to sort of talk about some of the gameplay and stuff, and then I'll have more videos coming of sort of more playing. But the idea, you have 3 materials in the world, and the world is sort of this tiny little arena. Not tiny, it's quite large, but it's an arena that's controlled by sort of another player. There's one player who's the show master, game master, whatever they call it, who can set off events. He can give you health, he can give you speed boost, he can deliver goodies, and yeah, there's actually clips of me playing as that character further into the video. But there's 3 resources. You have electronics, leather, and wood. And you sort of can run around and collect those materials on the map. You can see there's old broken down chairs that you can get leather from. There's deer that you can shoot to get leather. I think if you harvest another player's dead body, you get leather, which is kind of morbid. But everyone has a bow and arrow and a shovel or an axe, and those are your weapons for the game. So there's no looting for more weapons. But the more you loot, the more stuff you can build. You can build bear traps to trap players. You can build armor. You can build arrows. You can see, I think I'm making armor here. Yes, you can see I've got armor. You can make a jacket so you don't get as cold. Oh, there's also cold damage in this game, which is really cool. You can see I can see the map there when you go into these cabins. Either way, really cool game. But yeah, so you can sort of build stuff to help you out, and you can run around and collect materials. You can make yourself a shield. You can make yourself an invisibility cloak if you collect enough electronics. It's really quite neat, and I've been having an absolute blast playing it, and there's some clips here of it. So I mentioned the cold damage. To get rid of the cold damage, well, the Game Master can give you warmth, or you have to make fires, which are really easily spottable by other players. So if you make a fire, everyone can see you, or you could die from the cold, which adds kind of a fun element to the game. I will say the combat is a little bit janky still, but it's actually quite a lot of fun, and it's sort of interesting. It's a little bit awkward, a little bit like stiff compared to a lot of other games, but it's really quite neat, and everyone has the same weapons. You run out of arrows really quick. You only have 5 when you start the game. You can pick them up afterwards, but 1 piece of wood, which is what you get from every tree, is 1 arrow, so you actually have to be quite sparse with your arrow usage, which is kind of neat. Anyway, you can see the Game Master here is shutting down zones, so you have to run if you're at a zone that's being shut down, which is pretty neat. So the Game Master can actually force action. They kind of control the whole thing, and the idea is to push people closer together or farther away and whatever else, which is pretty neat. I can cut to some Game Master clips right now, but you can see somebody is starting a fire near me. Is that a fire? What's happening here? I recorded this clip yesterday. You can see I'm looking through the crafting menu right now. So those are all the stuff you can make in the game. And you have to collect the materials each round to make those things. And they can be pretty helpful. Oh no, I'm in the lava section. Right. I'll cut to some combat so you guys can see sort of how it plays in this game. Alright, so coming up on seeing somebody across the map is always kind of tricky. You can also see if somebody has recently looted something that you run past, it'll show you footprints as to where that person is. There's also sort of an ability, an agility bar there you can see. Anyway, you can see we're trying to shoot each other. It's not going very well for me. It's a little bit awkward to shoot in this game, to be honest with you. Oh, I fell. It's a little bit awkward. It feels very, like it takes a while, I guess, is like the best way to describe shooting in this game. He jumped down with me. That's not good. You can also bash people with your shovel or your axe. There's like skins. It looks like there's going to be a lot of skins in this game to sort of play with. And, you know, that's cool. Where's he going? There's only 10 people in each round as opposed to the 100 that I think people usually associate with the Battle Royale games. Oh, I think I have him like 1 shot right now. Oh, he's got me with the shovel. There's only 10 people, so it's actually it gets quite intense. each fight can last, you know, 30 seconds to a minute as opposed to sort of quick kills. And everyone has quite a bit of health. I think it takes 3 headshots to actually down someone. So it's pretty cool how long the fights take. Anyway, let me cut and show you guys sort of what it's like to play the Game Master. Alright, so now I am the Game Master. I am in control of the world. I can switch to each person's point of view. I can see everybody on the map, how close they are together. So I can go and sort of watch the fights in this sort of cinematic camera. You can move around anywhere. And you have an ability wheel similar to your crafting wheel that you saw when you're playing the game as a player, or as a player on the board. You have you get ability points throughout the game. You can see they stack up on the bottom there, up to 10, and then your different abilities as Game Master, well, they take different levels of abilities. So you can nuke a tile. There's what is that, 8 tiles? 7 tiles. In total, you can close them down, you can nuke them, which launches a big bomb. You can drop electronics for the players to fight over. You can see I'm dropping an electronic there, and the electronics are really good. Those are for the high-level abilities like shields, invisibility, stuff like that. So the electronics can end up being quite big battles. You can shut down tiles to force people closer together. You can give people speed boosts. You can give people health. You can give people cold resistance. It's pretty neat. You got to kind of control the game, and I'm not very good at working the camera. This was my first time ever trying it. But you get some pretty cool like cinematics of battles. It's actually quite neat. So you can see there's my list of things I can do. I believe I'm closing down a tile there. If I'm not mistaken. It's a little bit hard to see on my screen, but the whole time I was trying to force people together and try and like be able to watch the fights, and I think I did a pretty good job of getting most of the fights. I'll show you guys the end battle. I gave somebody speed boost towards the end of the game because he was on the other side of the map, and he ended up falling into lava, which I felt a little bit bad about because it felt like maybe his speed boost gave him too much confidence and he jumped into lava. But either way, I'll show you guys the end battle from this game. So you can see both guys are using fires. You can see how easily visible they are. Obviously, I'm up in the sky, but you can see those fires from quite a distance away. So it's actually kind of tricky to use them. You can almost be strategic. I've seen a few people place them and then sort of run and sort of get a good vantage point and try and hunt people who hunt them for the fire. It can be pretty cool, but either way, this is all set in apparently the Rocky Mountains of Canada. The Rocky Northern Mountains of Canada, I think is what the game says, which is a cool setting. It's very beautiful. It's very snowy. You can see, the camera control when you're the Game Master is really quite neat. I don't have really any abilities to use left. I've used a lot of my abilities, and I didn't want to influence the last fight. I think the only ability I had was to give somebody health. And there's like 2 people left. I'm not gonna, not gonna give somebody health if there's a 2 people fight. Let them fight it out. You can see they're closing in on each other. Oh yes. I think they both saw each other's fires. They're both pretty aware of where the other person is. Nice jump shot. No go, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh! Good hit. Good hit. There's a lot of interesting stuff, like you're able to see, obviously, where the snow gets changed in different parts of the map, so you can sort of see if somebody's near there by the snow tracks. There's a lot of really interesting dynamics in this game, as like tracking people and whatnot. You can make a tripwire using, I think, leather and wood, and if they walk over the tripwire, you can actually see their position for like 10 seconds. There's a lot of like little sort of strategy things in this game, which is pretty neat. Oof. Headshot. You can see the fights are kind of interesting towards the end. All the fights are really... It's a lot different than like a Fortnite or a PUBG or even the Paladins, because the fights can be really long in this game and sort of a lot more easy to dodge shots, I guess I would say. And there's Hater Bear getting the win. So that was a little bit of the Game Master mode. Let's go back to actually playing the game for just a little bit. So I realize this video might be kind of awkward with me jumping around. I just kind of wanted to show off the game, give you guys a little basis on how it works. It's, I think, $17.50 in Canada right now on Steam, so probably 15 bucks in America. It's a really neat game. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit different than all the other Battle Royale games, and it's really quite interesting and cool to play. But I just want to make this video sort of showcasing it, and there'll be a lot more videos of me just playing it and not talking so much about how the game works, you know, just sort of playing it, trying to get some wins. I got one win under my belt. It was a super proud moment. I knocked a guy backwards into lava, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Let me know what you think of the game, how it looks, if you are playing it, what you think of it. If you aren't playing it, what you think of it. And subscribe for more. Hopefully I can get some wins on camera. I did not get the last one on camera. And also, I look forward to sort of seeing how this game develops, one, because it's in early access, and also just sort of how the meta ends up working out. Because there's a lot of really interesting things with the traps and the fires and whatnot. It's really quite cool. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Leave a like on this video, and I'm just going to let it run, see if we can get a kill in this game. And subscribe for more. Plenty of this coming to the channel, I assume, hopefully. I've been really enjoying playing it, so there'll probably be more videos of this for sure. But I will see you guys later. Ciao.
Headshot.
The show director is now closing a zone.
Axe kill.
A new electronic is available.
Axe kill.
Center zone is now forbidden. 6 zones remaining.
Arrow kill.
6 players remaining. If you're cold, you can craft a fire. Nuclear missile has been launched on Southwest Zone. A new electronic is available.
Arrow kill.
Defeated. 5 players remaining.